So much destruction going on around me, environmental destruction,
True.
cruelty to animals.
It's true.
And I just wonder how you perceive this and how you can recommend for people who are trying to release themselves from this world in the spiritual fashion to also cope with their surroundings and cope with all the devastation that is around them. And do you think that going beyond this world is enough for us to recognize what we are leaving behind, or do you feel that we in this plane have a duty to try to alleviate the suffering, and will it do any good?
It will. It will. At least for us, for our conscience, so that we feel we're doing something and we have tried our best to relieve the suffering of our fellow beings. I do all the same. Whatever you ask, I'm doing. I did, I do, and I will. I have told you already, our finance is distributed to different organizations sometimes, or different world when there are disasters. And I would not like to boast much about it, but since you asked, and for example, we have the flood victim in Vietnam, and the flood victim in China, etc. And we're trying to help the Vietnamese refugees now to release, to help with the UN's burden. You understand? Provided the UN wants us to help, but we're trying. Yes, understand? And we help them with finance support, and also we could relocate them if the UN let it happen, with the blessing of the UN. Understand? Yes. So we do all these things that you have requested. And also because since we are here, you understand, we might just well clean our environment as much as possible. Therefore we help with the suffering, and we help with the moral standard of the world, yeah, both spiritually and physically. Yes. Because some people don't want to take spirituality from me. They only want to take physical help. So we help them physically. And that's what we do. That's why I have to earn money. That's why I don't want to live on people's donation. Understand? All my monks and my disciples have to work, just like you do. And then apart from that, we help spiritually also. Understand? And help with the suffering of the world. I have to relieve the suffering of the world. We have to do this. It doesn't mean we sit in samadhi all day long and enjoy ourselves. This is a very selfish Buddha. We don't want to have him here.
You spoke about a level where one is aware that they have powers, comes to that awareness. Now what if you are aware of the powers, you don't know you have them, but you are aware of them, you may even feel like you do. How do you access it or not access it? If you don't access it, how do you not become impatient with the process that's going on around? Like you see the process taking a slow, mundane way where you know you can just pray or do something else,
yes,
to bring about a better or quicker resolution.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean, and how does one access it with a blessing that it will come out okay? You understand what I mean?
I understand, I understand. What you meant is that when we have a power to change things, and where the things around going in a bureaucratic way and a slow way, how would you have the patience to bear it, right? Or would you just pray or do some magic or point a finger and push it, right? No, I have patience. Because we have to work with the pace of this world in order not to bring it into chaos. Yes. For example, a child cannot run. Not because you are in a hurry or you want to run and you make the child stumble and fail. So we have to be patient. Even though we have the power to run, we walk with the child. Yes. That's why sometimes I'm also frustrated and impatient. But I have to teach myself to be patient. That's why I have to go and bow my head from one president after another for the refugees, to take them, even though we want to add all the financial support. We have to go through the bureaucratic system. Give Caesars what belongs to Caesars. Understand? I'm not going to wave my head or to point a finger at the UN even, make them run. No. We cause disaster in this world if we use physical magic power. Understand? It has to go the way it goes. But we can elevate people's consciousness by spiritual healing, by spiritual wisdom, understanding, impart to them the knowledge that they're willing to do it, you understand, and cooperate. That's the best way, not to use magical power. I never intentionally use magical power in any aspect of life, but miracles just happen around spiritual practitioners. That's very natural, but not intentionally, you understand? Not trying to push things. Yes, that's no good. The child cannot run. All right, you satisfied with my answer? If any of my answer doesn't suit you, please let me know, because I can explain further. But I trust you're very intelligent, being the most chosen and intelligent people of all nations. Therefore, I don't elaborate very much. Yeah? Any more questions? Yes, behind there. Nation, I have to say, by the way. Yes. We eliminate many of the world's conflicts and wars, even though we cannot completely minimize. But I read your books of United Nations, everyone's United Nations, and I have followed some of the United Nations work, and I must praise its effort and efficiency in rescuing hostage where other people cannot rescue, all the power of the world cannot rescue. And one United Nations commissioner did it, yes. And many other things concerning disaster relief, refugees problem. You have about 12 million refugees, I heard. Responsibility, no? It's a lot of work, and the wars and everything. So it's good that we have United Nations, yeah? It's very good.